guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Friday, April 23rd, 2021. My name is Aubrey and this is my astrological outlook for the day. Okay, guys, so if the big financial news hasn't broken yet, it will be very, very soon. And this is because we have a serious stack of planets right now in Taurus with Uranus, which means financial changes are coming soon. Mercury is at 10 degrees of Taurus today. This degree is 1 degree off from the conjunction with Uranus at 11 Taurus. And the degree of 10 Taurus, where Mercury begins the day, is a Red Cross nurse. Uranus was also discharging this degree for a while, if you remember. And overnight tonight, Mercury will move to exactly conjoin Uranus at 11 Taurus. So we are moving rapidly into that. But while Mercury is at 10 Taurus today at this Red Cross nurse degree, there might be some type of emergency or accident in the headlines or on social media. And information is definitely coming. This might also be big news regarding healthcare, or healthcare workers. The Red Cross nurse, Mercury the messenger. Mercury is news and information, and he is discharging the energy of a Red Cross nurse on his way to conjoin Uranus and Venus in Taurus, creating upsets in financial markets and value systems. And now with Mercury also joining this conjunction party, we're going to really start to hear about it and receive word of this. Mercury is the messenger. Mercury brings us our information. Okay, the sun today is still at the Chiron point, a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, for a portion of the day. So we still have these themes surrounding health and wealth and money today, aside from the fact that everything is in Taurus, also representing those themes. The sun is at the Chiron point, and if you watched my video from yesterday, you know all about the Chiron energetic and what that symbolizes and represents with the sun being there. So we have more of that again today as we begin the day. To me, this says gold, silver, precious metals, and cryptocurrencies are indicated and highlighted by this, as well as upsets or surprises in financial markets. So we are really just watching and waiting to see what transpires with this, as we have Venus, Uranus, Mercury, and the sun together in Taurus, and they're also in that square with Saturn in Aquarius, bringing up things that started happening about 3 months ago. About 3 months ago, we had the same dynamic, the same square of planets going on, except for they were in Aquarius with Saturn. Now they're in Taurus with Uranus, and Saturn kind of constricts things and slows them down and asks for detail and really wants us to take our time. Uranus makes things happen instantly, very quickly, electrified. So things that started happening and were maybe held back in late January, early February might come back around now and really be like activated with some type of big change that happens very quickly. Let's see. Like I said yesterday, because I talked about this in my report yesterday as well, the whole one thing that comes up for me that I remember about this period of time was that whole thing that happened with GameStop and Wall Street Bets last February, or it was late January, I can't remember which. And I'm really interested to see if this whole thing comes back around now and really does take down the hedge funds or something. That is like the type of thing that would be indicated. So I'm very interested, because that was something that came up then, and I'm very interested to see if that is something that comes back up now and kind of really does generate and create these big changes and surprises. So that's the type of change that I'm talking about. And this, the way I see it, is a financial transition of power back to the people. And you know, another reason I think of it in this way is because of the fact that Saturn is in Aquarius for this square. The people in control. Saturn rules control. And in Aquarius, that's the sign of humanity and the people. So one way to perceive this energetic is the people being in control with this. And also, another thing today, and I find this very significant, we have Mars moving into Cancer today, which that's really going to produce a change in the motivation of our energy right now. Generally, the things that we're putting our energy towards and that are motivating us, the themes of that are going to shift drastically since Mars left Gemini. But the degree of one Cancer is what is highlighted today in terms of Mars, and that's specific and very interesting to me in the context of everything. So 1 degree of Cancer is on a ship, the sailors lower an old flag and raise a new one. There's a changing of the guard. That's how I see this. It's the end of an era. There's a transition in wealth and power going on, and it will be in the favor of humanity, Aquarius, where we're moving, the age of Aquarius, where Saturn is building right now and squaring Uranus and causing all of these changes to get in line with that, with the future and where we're going collectively in an evolved way for our entire world, species, everything. And, you know, another thing about this that was going on 3 months ago, that was the whole transition of power in terms of this new presidency or whatever, and the Biden inauguration. So something might come back up with this now as well. We might see themes that happened around the whole transition of power back in January, February, come back up now and undergo some type of shocking change in some way. So just another thing to put in your head and kind of let percolate around in there. Later tomorrow and into the evening, as Mercury is beginning to move into exact conjunction with Uranus, the sun will move to 5 degrees of Taurus. And this is a heavy energetic, just so everybody knows and doesn't internalize it, okay? 5 degrees of Taurus is a widow at an open grave. And we had actually Mercury at this degree 2 days ago. So we kind of got a little taste of this, but the sun will be conjuncting this as we move through the day. This can bring feelings of heaviness or loss, as it tends to make us see and feel what we have lost and what we need to let go of and move on from. But the point of this ultimately is to be able to embrace the new and now wide open possibilities of the future, because there's nothing holding us back. We're not tied to anything anymore. So there may be a sense of heaviness or loss or grief with this tonight, and as we move into the weekend, but the degree of Mother Earth tells us the truth. When the sun moves to this degree, the earth also moves to the opposing degree. And that degree is 5 Scorpio. She will be at 5 Scorpio. And the Sabian symbol for 5 Scorpio is a massive, hold on, I lost my place. A massive rocky shore resists the pounding of the sea. The sea. On the sea. All the themes of the past, the age of Pisces, the old illusions, the delusions that are trying to grab us and sweep us back into the escapism and surrender and confusion of being separated from our true source of power and believing we need forces outside of ourselves to tell us what to believe and how to behave in order to survive. All of those old Pisces themes, the water, the sea. Today, Mother Earth says we resist the pressure to be dominated back into submitting to the old ways of the old world and the old paradigm. Sorry, I keep losing my place. We resist and we persist with reclaiming our personal power and connection to God and universe. Whatever loss we've experienced or that we're experiencing now, and no matter how painful it might be, there is no going back. And we must keep preparing for the times ahead, as there is actually so much to be hopeful for despite the difficulties that we're experiencing now. The power dynamics on Earth are shifting as we all go through this process. So as we go through this and as we, see what we need to move on from, and as we come into understanding the true value of what we have inside and reclaiming our own personal power individually, this same thing, it's a chain reaction, and it's transforming and it's transforming and shifting the power dynamics throughout everything on our planet with this. And finally today, I want to mention that the moon is and has been in Virgo for all of this. For yesterday's Venus-Uranus conjunction while the sun was at the Chiron point, and also today. And Virgo is another earth sign. And also it's another sign ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini, and Mercury also rules Virgo. So we are primed and ready for messages about financial markets and money today as the moon activates and triggers the earth-based themes of money and material possessions. And the moon is also activating Mercury conjunct Uranus. And Mercury rules Virgo where the moon is. So yes, with this, I am definitely expecting big news about something crazy happening with money somehow. Possibly even to the point of triggering like some kind of emergency. And I say emergency because of the placement of of Mercury today, a Red Cross nurse. So we will watch and we will see what transpires and what comes of this today. Another thing I want to mention before I go, and, I really think that this is going to play a big role in things as well with this aspect. Aside from being the great rectifier who always puts things right and ruling shocks and surprises and things kind of coming out of the blue and happening out of nowhere in a way you never expected, Uranus is also the great awakener, okay? Uranus brings flashes of insight and glimpses of the future, and it can really just electrify and shock our conscience, our mind, and our consciousness. With Mercury conjuncting Uranus today and the moon in Virgo, remember this is in trine to the conjunction, and Mercury also rules Virgo, so it's kind of like doubling this. Today is also awakening our minds and thoughts on an electromagnetic level. Huge shifts and changes in mindset and very surprising revelations may come with this today as the mind is truly being electrified with this. So we have, anything that failed to come out yesterday in terms of the conjunction with Venus and Uranus and the sun at the Chiron point. Remember, yesterday, Mercury was also at that degree 8 Taurus, a sleigh without snow. So it's possible that yesterday there was a halt or a pause on information coming out for some reason. But today, now that we have Mercury definitely moving into conjunction and the moon in Virgo in trine, there's going to be big information. Like, big information is going to come out somehow about something. It just has to. That's just the nature of the energetics. So I'm expecting a very mentally electrifying day, and also a very interesting and bizarre, maybe strange, because Uranus also rules everything weird. So a lot of just weird, strange news, occurrences, information with this, but definitely in regard to those Taurus themes, comfort, money, love, partnerships, relationships, security, stability, all of that being highlighted, coming up in information, news, ideas somehow. And it's going to be big. And it's going to be transformative, and it's going to be revolutionary. Aquarius, the sign of the revolution. And so I'm just watching this today, and also I'm not going to do a report for this weekend because I would just be coming out here and saying more of the same. We are just waiting on these big changes that are going to be happening. And maybe by the time this video, because I write my reports 2 days in advance, and then I record my videos 1 day in advance. So by the time my video actually comes out, I don't know what has already happened. So by the time this video comes out, there may have already been some type of big news or some type of big thing in terms of financial markets and stuff like that. But if it hasn't, it's coming. And if it's not today, it's this weekend. And if it's not this weekend, it surely is Monday with the full moon in Scorpio coming up. So, and the sun moving to conjunct Uranus, because we've had the Venus conjunction with Uranus yesterday. We have tonight, the Mercury conjunction with Uranus. And then very soon, we're also going to be having the Sun conjuncting Uranus. And we have that full moon coming up. And full moons are about shining the full light and releasing things as well. So if it wasn't yesterday, if it's not today, then it's this weekend or it's Monday next week. So we watch, we see what happens, and we remember that widow at the open grave degree is being activated as well by the sun. And so any heaviness that we feel or sense of loss or pain or sadness is showing us truly what we need to release and let go of, and be able to kind of find a way to shift our viewpoint of it so that it can be something that opens the way for us instead of holding us back. So that's what I have for today, you guys. I hope you got something valuable or that can help you through whatever's transpiring in your own life, because it's crazy times now for all of us. And so I just want to say, everyone, everything we're doing right now is all about getting in touch with our own true authenticity and our own self, and cultivating our own self-worth so that we can bring that out into the world around us, and through doing that individually, collectively, create and produce a much more authentic, organic, and natural, and efficient, and positive and sustainable reality, the age of Aquarius, where we're moving into. If you guys liked my video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave me comments. I love to hear where you guys' thoughts are on all of this, and any data that you can bring me that corresponds with what's going on in the energetics. Absolutely love it. Thank you guys so much. Share it with your friends if you want to, and I will see you back on Monday for, I believe the full moon is on Monday. I haven't looked, but I'm pretty sure Monday is the full moon. So we'll have a lot to talk about then also. Big changes this weekend, but we're going in the right direction. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye.